Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. In this episode, 2 more news stories await us, and we'll start with Karen, who doesn't understand what she wants at all, but she urgently needs a boss or owner. I didn't design your damn shirts, Karen. Tale from years ago when I worked for a consulting firm. Sorry if the details are a little fuzzy, this was a long time ago. I'm also long-winded and sleep-deprived, so it's a rambling one. The office layout on my floor had 4 private offices that were for 4 different independent contractors. One specialized in graphic design, one in copywriting, one in media sales, and one in advertising campaigns. All of the assistants for these different specialists sat in one large room out front at our tiny desks. Each of us worked for only one of the consultants, but we were happy to pass on basic information to the other ones. We, however, had no contact info or calendar access for anyone else's boss. I was sitting at my desk doing SEO work when Karen flung open the doors violently enough it actually banged against the wall. It was the closest to the door, so I jumped and looked over. Karen took this as a cue to storm over to my desk and throw down a CD. "Did you people make this?" she snarled. I picked up the CD and looked at her. No idea WTF she was talking about. Was my brilliant reply. "Did you people make this?" Oh, good. Volume was the only reason I didn't know what you were talking about. Thanks, Karen. So Karen snatches the CD from me. We had these t-shirts designed by graphic designer dude, and he gave us these files, and the printer said they're all messed up. He ripped us off. Me. Oh, so graphic designer dude made these for you. Well, he's not here right now. Karen launches into a loud, profane tirade questioning my ability, my education, my personal attractiveness, and parentage, which, yeah, aren't the best, but that has nothing to do with her stupid t-shirts. I finally pull out my mom/librarian voice. I'm neither, but you know the voice I mean. Me. Ma'am. Ma'am. Surprising us both, Karen stopped talking. Me. Ma'am. I do not work for Graphic Dude. Best I can do is give you a pen and paper to write him a note. But if you worked with him, you should have his email or phone. Email's the best way to get in touch with him. Karen. When will he be back in the office? Me. No idea. I don't work for him. You'd best call or email him or leave a note. Karen. Well, go in his office and check his calendar and tell me where he is. Me. No, couldn't even if I wanted to. His office is shut and locked. Karen. Well, unlock it. Me. I don't have a key. We just work in the same building. Karen. Call him and tell him I'm here and I need to speak with him. Me. No. I don't have his number and I'm not his secretary. Not really true, I have his number, but hell no, I'm not playing receptionist. Karen. I spend a ton of money with you and I demand... Me. Ma'am. You do not spend a ton of money with me. I don't work for Graphic Dude. Karen. Yeah, you don't do the computer stuff. You're just the secretary. Now get him on the phone. It took a second to figure out how me sitting in front of a computer and using it when she came in, not doing the computer stuff, or how secretary equals no computers, but this wasn't the brightest tool in the box, and she was giving me headaches. So I went to my boss and asked her to dislodge the Karen Barnacle from my life. My boss. Ma'am, I'd be happy to give a message to graphic guy. Karen. Where is he? My boss. I don't know. You can leave a message. Karen. Are you the manager? My boss. Yes. She's a consultant. She's self-employed by her own company, so I guess she's her own manager. Technically mine too, but neither of us were sure what Karen was going for here. Karen. Well, I want to speak to the owner. My boss. Owner of what exactly? Karen turns and points at me. I crap you not. This woman snarls, "That girl there." My boss and I are sharing a look. My boss says to Karen, very slowly, "You want to speak to her owner?" Karen nods emphatically. "I want her fired." Other guy in the office pipes up. "Don't you mean disowned?" My boss glares at him. My boss. "Ma'am, I am her boss, and I'm not firing her. We have nothing to do with Graphic Dude. We can't help you. Please leave and try to get in touch with him on your own." More shrieking. Karen's now questioning both my and my boss's work ethic, personal grooming, and voting preferences. My best guess is she got herself all worked up into a righteous indignation rage at the t-shirt issue before she came in and just transferred all that ire to me because I opposed her will. But her anger at me for not working for Graphic Dude is way out of proportion. Graphic Dude's assistant has walked into the office during all this and, being the accommodating soul he is, offers to look at the file. Karen stomps over and hands it to him, while he explains that Graphic Dude is out of town at a wedding and won't be back until Tuesday. Graphic Dude, by the way, does not do any work outside of the office, which upsets Karen more. The file opens up for Graphic Dude's assistant dude. It's some hideous summer family reunion t-shirt. Other dude looks at Karen. So what's wrong with it? Karen scowls. The screen printer said the file is all messed up. Graphic Dude's assistant dude looks confused. It's fine. Karen. No, it's not, she shrieks. Now the other guy's trying to explain that the file is fine, but she can get in touch with Graphic Dude next week. Not good enough for Karen. She keeps yelling. While assistant dude looks at the image more closely. Assistant dude. Oh, are you Mrs. Karen McBitchface? Karen. Yes. Assistant dude. Oh, okay. I can fix this for you. Karen smiled broadly, praised him in a sickeningly sweet, good puppy manner, and saunters over to us to explain how she's still going to get us all fired, and it's about time, blah-bitty-blah-bitty-blah. Assistant dude comes over, hands her a new disc, and sends her on her merry way. My boss goes back to her office and shuts the door, telling me not to come get her if that harpy ever comes back in. I look at assistant dude, who's grinning. Assistant dude is a college sophomore. Graphic dude grossly underpays to gain experience, and he gives no craps, so I know something's up. Me. Okay, assistant dude, what did you do? Come take a look. On his computer is the image Karen wanted on her t-shirts, opened from the disc she brought in. Freaking Comic Sans, McBitch Family Reunion, 20XX with a dumb picture. Okay. Assistant dude, and here's what I just saved onto a new disc for her. And shows the same image where he has replaced the text with "Bitch pay me" and a middle finger graphic. Assistant dude is smiling. I remembered her name finally, he said. Graphic dude was PO'd. She sold him this sob story about why she couldn't pay half up front like we normally do, and he made an exception. Then once she had the files, she refused to pay for it. Originally, we were going to get the shirts printed for her, but she stiffed us and took the file and ran. She figured she could just get them printed herself. I told Graphic Dude not to give her a print-ready file for approval, but he thought since we were going to handle the shirt order, yeah, I get it now. She likely went to the cheap local screen print shop that I happen to know doesn't have anywhere close to the latest version of any graphic programs. This comes up a lot in the office. If a customer uses that shop, the shop guy will try to open a file saved from the latest version of graphic software and can't open it. Go get it saved in an earlier version. Sends customers back. This Karen wasn't bright enough to remember anything past "file no work, you bad." And of course, you're all probably quicker than me and realize what it took a minute to dawn on me. Karen gave assistant dude her disc. He saved the new image on a new disc and gave it to her. She left the original file in our office, so unless she was smart enough to make a copy, she now no longer has the file she stiffed graphic design dude on. I'm sad to say she never came back in. I hate a story with no follow-up, but such is life. Myself, I hope she got the shirts printed without anybody catching the file change. I brought assistant dude some banana bread I baked the next day to thank him for his efforts. She now no longer has the file she stiffed graphic design dude for. You get what you pay for. Or in this case, you get what you don't pay for. And our second story. This is actually my car. Kind of a different one for you. It was certainly a new one for me. There's a bit of a build-up to the good part, so bear with me. I had just finished doing some holiday shopping, and after loading up my car, I got a hankering for something sweet and caffeinated from our local Green Mermaid coffee shop. The closest shop was clear on the other side of the massive parking lot outside the big box store, and I thought, F it. I could stand to get a little more cardio today and walked across the lot from my car to get some coffee. Here's where it gets interesting. So it recently rained for the first time in months where I live, and I keep a little squeegee in my car wrapped in a dirty all-purpose rag I've used the past year to clean my wiper blades, polish my rims, and wipe the grime from my hands after fiddling under the hood. As I'm wiping the windows with the squeegee in one hand and holding the rag in the other, this minivan pulls up next to me and takes the stall beside mine. As I'm finishing, the driver hops out of her van and stops in front of me with some cash in her hand. She'll be playing the part of presumptuous prude, or PP. PP. When you're done here, could you do my windows as well? Me. Excuse me? PP. Crinkling her nose. Could you please wipe down my windows? Me. Sure, I guess. PP. You can take this now and I'll get to it when you're finished with this person's car. That'll be fine. I don't know how much money they gave you, but this should be enough. Me. PP. Shaking cash at me impatiently. Me. This is my car, ma'am. PP. Sure, whatever. And she said it with this condescending sneer that just got my hackles up. Thinking back on it, I should have just taken her cash, pocketed it, climbed into my car, and driven off. Instead, I don't think so. Keep your cash. PP. Oh, don't be so proud. Take it and be happy with what you get. I'm sure you need it. What's the big deal? Me. Excuse you, but I own this car. I bought it. PP. Don't be rude. Just take the cash and wipe down my car. That's how business transactions work. And then she waved the cash at me like it was a effing bell calling a servant. Me. Look, I'm just wiping down my car before I drive home. Save your cash for somebody who needs it. PP. As if. There's no way someone like you could afford anything but a bus ticket. You're going to take this, wipe my car, and then you can go back to your corner or wherever you park yourself to shake people down for change. That's when it hit me. I was wearing a ratty pair of tennis shoes I was planning on replacing next month with my next paycheck. I had on a pair of faded blue jeans and a red hoodie. And for the past week, I've been failing to keep my hair and beard neat and tidy. Studying for finals means I cut some things from my daily routine. The parking lot was covered in dirty water, and after walking through it, my shoes were covered in wet silt, and I had some dark speckles on my jeans from puddle splashes. I looked homeless, and using a squeegee on my car with a dirty rag in my hand helped to complete the look. So I looked at the squeegee and the rag in my hands, looked at this presumptuous B word now with a, well, I'm waiting look on her face, and I lost every last F I had to give. Me. Go shove that wad up your bleep, lady. I'm going home. I pulled my keys out of my pocket, opened my door, and drove off as PP stood there with a dumbfounded look on her face. That woman's probably now telling anyone who'll listen that the homeless guys that wash windshields really have their own cars and houses. Thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.